For basically the entire time I've been watching NBA basketball, the Charlotte Hornets, or what they used to be the Charlotte Bobcats, have just been absolutely trash. And coming off an extremely disappointing season last year, things really aren't looking much better for them.
Yeah, LaMelo's coming off an injury, Miles Bridges is coming off legal trouble, Kai Jones is losing his mind, and then there's Gordon Hayward.
Before we get into the mess that is the Charlotte Hornets organization right now, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any new videos.
But first, a word from today's sponsor. The NBA season is so close, I can just taste it. Only 3 more weeks until we got basketball back. Plus, football's back right now, both college and the NFL. Last time we did one of these, I actually mentioned I was going to go to that Oregon-Colorado game. Didn't end up betting the line for that one, but oh boy, I wish I did in hindsight.
Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, if I had that chance again, I definitely would have used our sign-up expert tool to take advantage of this great offer from BetMGM. BetMGM is the exclusive sports betting division of MGM casinos. You know, the ones in Vegas with the Lions. BetMGM is currently available in 24 states and territories, and they are committed to building the world's best sports gaming experience, both in person and online. Sign up today using the link in the description or the QR code on screen and get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,500. So if you want to enjoy a great sports gaming experience and support us here at Synthetic Sports, go with BetMGM.
So let's go over the past few seasons a little bit. After missing the playoffs for 4 straight seasons, things were looking a little bit better in 2021. LaMelo was coming off winning Rookie of the Year. He was able to improve on this and make the All-Star game the next year. Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier both had solid seasons. And you had a nice young core of Miles Bridges, PJ Washington, and Malik Monk. The team won 33 games, and this was good enough to make the play-in.
Too bad they got wrecked by the Pacers.
Yeah, they got absolutely worked this game. They were down 40-24 after the first, ended up losing 144-117. But hey, it was like, you know what? This is a young team, a little bit of playoff type experience. Things were looking at least bright at this moment.
Yeah, but then during the offseason, they used their 11th pick on James Bouknight. That has not gone well so far.
Yeah, dude's been trash on the court and also not that good off the court either.
We'll get to that though. So 2022, they built on the success of the prior season. They had their first winning season since 2016. They won 43 games, still only good enough for the 10th seed. Once again, got worked in the play-in game, lost 132-103 to the Hawks. But you know, 43 wins, you're getting better. Still looks like the team has a bright future. LaMelo and Miles Bridges were a really good young duo. And I mean, they had a winning record, like step in the right direction.
Yeah, for the Hornets, that's a great season.
That's
just
good
having
enough.
a winning record.
Oh boy.
And then this season happened, which had to be the most disastrous season in the entire NBA.
I mean, not since like the LeBron 80 Westbrook Lakers has a season just gone so catastrophically wrong. Like, nothing went right for this team the entire season.
The only thing you could barely say went right was they drafted Mark Williams with the 15th pick. He didn't play much early on, but we'll get into it later. He had a solid rookie season. He looks like he could be future defensive stopper, but that's about it.
I was gonna say, if the highlight of your season is we drafted a halfway decent center, it's not a great year.
On June 29th, Miles Bridges was arrested for felony domestic violence.
Bad look.
Yeah, not the best look for an NBA team at all. He'd end up missing the entire season.
Deserved. LaMelo sprained his ankle in the preseason, which is just a bad omen for the whole season. Your star gets injured in a preseason game. And James Bouknight, the guy we just mentioned about a minute ago, he was arrested on October 16, 2022 for driving while intoxicated. Apparently, he was found unconscious in a parking deck. And at the time of his arrest, he had a .40 caliber gun, a Glock 23, and a bag of Doritos. Just a night on the town.
Yeah,
you know,
just you're going out, you gotta grab the 2 guns and a bag of Doritos in case you get hungry. He also had multiple speeding and reckless driving offenses on top of this, and he basically wasn't punished for this. He played in the season opener, he logged like 15 minutes, and in that game, how about this stat line? 0-5 shooting and 0 points.
So he had more guns on him during his arrest than he did points in his debut game.
Yes, exactly.
Ugh.
Gotta love to see that.
Way to make a first impression.
LaMelo would then miss the first 13 games of the season still with that ankle injury. They started 3-10 without him.
They should have called it there.
Basically just shut it down, like tank for Wemby at that point.
Yeah.
But he would return for 3 games and would re-aggravate the injury and miss another 11. And by the time Christmas rolled around, the team was 9-24, and the season at that point is basically lost.
No, you're not recovering from 9-24. I don't care how good you are. LaMelo, he was relatively healthy for the rest of the year, and they had some solid games here and there in January and February, but then disaster struck. LaMelo fractured his ankle against the Pistons, and given what has happened to Lonzo, I mean, I would be a little concerned if I was the Hornets.
And basically, like we said, the only bright spot was Mark Williams. Very good on defense. After they traded Miles Plumlee, he got some more time, so that's a nice young player to look forward to, but out of the entire season, that's your only bright spot.
Yeah, that and you had a decent shot at Wemby. Hornets finished the season 27-55. Only good thing about that was it had the 4th best odds to get Wemby. Lottery came around, they ended up landing the number 2 overall pick. So close, but not close enough. That got them Brandon Miller in the NBA draft, and I'm fine with it because they got us Scoot.
Yeah, we were completely fine with that. In June, Michael Jordan would announce that he was selling majority stake in the team. And honestly, if I'm a Hornets fan, that's a bright spot.
Oh, it's 100% a bright spot.
The dude was just a terrible owner. The entire tenure did nothing good for this franchise.
All respect to Mike as a player, but as an owner, team builder, he might have been the worst in NBA history.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, he did have one last major move because apparently he was the deciding factor drafting Brandon Miller. And as Blazer fans, we were perfectly fine with that. And Hornets fans and people around the league kind of questioned this decision. I mean, remember their mascot's reaction to the draft?
When your own mascot doesn't like your pick, that's a problem.
Also, there was the whole thing where Brandon Miller said Paul George was his GOAT, so that's a bit questionable going into your rookie season.
You know, there's not a lot of things a prospect could say about the game of basketball that would get me to question picking them. That's one of them. If you come out and say Paul George is your GOAT, I'm like, guys, can we really draft this guy? Does he know ball?
Yeah, I'm not drafting him after that. They did lock up some players to extensions. PJ Washington got a 3-year, $46 million, which I think that's not too bad. LaMelo signed a 5-year, $260 million contract. I think for the Hornets, you have to do it, but I'm a bit worried about injury concerns with him.
Yeah, I was going to say high risk, high reward. You have to because he's your star, but given what's happened with Lonzo, I don't know. How much has LaMelo worn the ZO2s?
Yeah, that is a good question. They also signed Miles Bridges to a 1-year, $7 million deal. The NBA announced he'd get a 30-game suspension, and I don't know how they did the math here, but that was reduced to 10 games now because he missed all of last season. How that math checks out, I have no idea.
Hornets got some good lawyers on the payroll.
Yeah, I guess so.
Then just like some general off-the-court stuff with the Hornets. Have y'all seen how LaMelo leaves the Hornets practices? Dude literally drives like he's playing GTA. He's speeding, he's cutting off cars, he's running red lights. That's going on. Kai Jones is also losing his mind. Don't want to be too hard on him because obviously if he's having mental health struggles or if he's having drug struggles, like he needs to get help, but his IG live has been insane.
Yeah, and his Twitter, like if you check his Twitter, we were just looking at it, the dude is active on there all the time. And the amount of emojis he uses is wild.
One of my favorite responses I saw to his tweets was like, I need to see this guy's recent emojis.
Yeah, we do need to see that. He also just released a new song. He said he's got an album coming on the way.
Dude needs to be in the gym. Working on his jumper.
Dude's barely in the league. Like, get off Twitter, get off Instagram, get in the damn gym, man. And also just the whole Miles Bridges coming back after felony and domestic abuse, the entire distraction that's gonna be. I'm sure every arena's gonna boo him the entire time. There's just so many damn distractions with this team. I just don't like the future for them going forward.
Mike saw what was going on, was like, this is too bad even for me. This, I'm out.
It's like, get the money while I can. So what do you guys think of the Charlotte Hornets? Do you have any faith in this young core? If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like. And hey, while you're here, check out some of our other content as well. And don't forget to subscribe to Synthetic Sports.